Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and wait, can I just like doom myself right off the bat because that would be really funny. No, it won't let me. Okay, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to TileDeck TD. It is another offshoot of Rogue Tower. It's actually one of the more promising ones I've seen so far, so I'm gonna just kind of talk about it as we go. But let's see. Yeah, we start with the basic ballistas. We get to choose which sector we want. We don't get to rotate it, which is a little unfortunate. I wish I could actually, like, pull this over and change the rotation around. But as you'll see in this one, I don't think it actually matters that much. So we're just going to do a single path sector here. And I'm going to try and make, like, a good maze. Ooh. Oh, mine. On cast, build a mine. At the end of the round, 5 gold per tower in range. Only purchasable towers count. That's really good. I'm not going to want to do that yet. All we want to do at this point is probably just get a ballista down, maybe 2. I'll put them right here and hopefully that'll carry. So, if you haven't seen Rogue Tower before, also this comes with speed settings, which is huge. If you haven't seen Rogue Tower before, it is a tile-based tower defense roguelike, where you get random generated power-ups for each of your towers. This one follows a lot of the same DNA, but kind of with its own unique spin. Let's do a double path here, because what I want to do is have one of these wrap around. I don't really like the triple path sector at the moment, and I don't want to put the mine down, and nor do I have the money for it anyway. Now, one thing that you can do is preemptively upgrade something. So I'm actually going to make this ballista tower really strong. It'll be a good kind of last hitter for the time being. Okay, single path sector, put it here. Yeah, we're gonna want to put something. Ooh, on draw, enemies gold drop plus 15%, tower damage 15%, lasts a round. Lose 2 HP, gain mana, barracks, major cannon. I really like the cannon tower, so I might want to grab that just because. Let's see, heal 1, draw a card, trash a card from your hand. So that would actually let me get rid of some cards that I don't want. That's not a bad idea. Extra crit damage, burn it, inflation 1, on draw, cost 4 or more mana, trash it, add Lion's Pride card to your hand. On cast, trash any card in your hand, then draw 2 cards, inflation 1. Interesting. There's some I'm just gonna keep saying that. There's some neat towers in here. I think I'm actually gonna go for Dark Arts Learning. It's not useful to me at the moment, but I can very much see it being useful later on. So do I want to put a cannon tower here or here? I'm going to put it here. I'll have to see about how I want to put things down. Let's see, extra range or just all towers gain extra damage. Let's go for that. Yeah, cannon towers are absurdly good in this one. In Rogue Tower, they had a bit of a slow fire. Their projectiles traveled really sluggishly through the air. Double path sector. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here, and oh, it's fine. Not really what I'm looking for. So I get to remove something. I'm actually gonna get rid of the. It's tempting to get rid of that triple path sector. Do we even have a? No, we do have a no path sector. I'm gonna get rid of great attack buff. It's just too expensive. I can't use it even if I want to, and I'm sure I'll be able to find another one later. Let's just kind of let this go. Yeah, look at that cannon. It doesn't fire quite as fast as the ballistas, but it's pretty fantastic as far as I'm concerned. The more I put down, the higher the price is going to get, but that's fine. Okay, so mine. Here's what I'm thinking. Why don't we get a no path sector right here? Because now, oh, sector discovery, choose a card. Radiance shoots everything. Otherwise, I could keep grabbing Dark Arts Learning. I think I'm going to go for Radiance anyway, just because. I want to get Dark Arts Learning, and I should probably use it. I should have checked the mine. Oh, well. What is the range on this boyo? I'll put it down. We've got a mid-boss coming through anyway. That's pretty good. I'll work on leveling up Radiance. Its range isn't that great, but that's fine. Let's see. So do we want to keep trashing things? Because I could do that. Otherwise, we could keep wrapping around. Because I think what we want to do is kind of go this direction around I don't necessarily need more cards, but I might have too many. So why don't we do single path sector, just put it... That's confusing. Why don't you give me the mine? Oh, looks like it went into the trash. Okay, it figured itself out. It took a little bit. I was not expecting this to terminate in this manner, though. That's not as bad as it could have been, but it is a little worrying. This is why I do wish I could actually control these paths a little bit. Almost to the point where maybe the cards would actually even show you what kind of rotation it would have. I don't think long-term that this is going to screw me over, but I was really hoping I could actually have the whole dang thing rotate around. I guess I'll have to keep that in mind, that sometimes the paths will just forcibly terminate, and there's not much I can do about it. So here's a question. Mine. If I put it right here, hopefully that counts. Towers in range, 0. It does not. I take umbrage with this. I'm going to be leaving some feedback here and there, just because I know the developer's listening. If this touches, it should count. It's a shame that it doesn't, but it's fine. We're just going to turn this into Mortar Town. It'll pay for itself. Let's see. No path sector, triple path sector. I guess I'm going to do another no path. Put it here. We're just going to have this entire area be kind of aggressive. Let's see. Attack buff, gold bag. I don't really care too much for attack buff at the moment. Also don't really care too much for Lion's Roar. Yeah, let's get rid of Lion's Roar. The extra range is kind of nice, but I'm not, like, jonesing for it too much. We should get some more exits, though. I think the more exits we encounter, the more, or the more exits I put down, the more spawns we get. I just wanted to get kind of this nice defensive thing, so I think I might try and do a single path here. Get it to go around. Let's get another mine. So this one will at least have 2 towers in range. Okay, double path sector. Do we want to do that here? I guess if I put it here, it's guaranteed to not wholly screw me over. Okay, let's get rid of something else. I guess I'm going to get rid of the attack buff. We are going to need to start expanding dramatically, otherwise I'm going to have some problems. At least I think the only limitations we're going to run into, for the most part, are monetary. With the less items we have to deal with. Boy, the Ratmen are kind of tough. Oh, it's fine. Okay, let's get the gold bag. Now we can at least fairly feasibly pick multiple of these. So why don't we go for a double path sector and put it here? Because we need to get some new cards. Cannons gain extra crit rate for a couple rounds, more money, Dark Tower, or Luck of the Draw. Go for the Dark Tower. And Fatigue. Ouch. Oh, that's what that flag is. I thought that would summon a mid-boss. Well, it's fine. Let's see, do we have enough for another one of these? Yeah, let's just put it there. I don't know if they get extra damage based on their height. 2.1, 2.1, 2.1. I guess I'd have to put another one down slightly lower, which I think I will do. Okay, on draw, tower damage reduced, which kind of sucks. It's fine. So we've got another one there. I should probably start getting some mana potions. I guess let's do a double path sector. Yeah, whatever. Really? Let's see. Gardens heal me. Potions heal me. Quick at the Mage Tower. Mine. Blood Sacrifice. Let's just keep going for mines. And we get another one of those. So is this the Dark Tower? It definitely seems like we get some extra range. I think the most ideal spot would be to actually put it here. At least for now. 3 dark magic trap, immobilizes enemies and does some damage to them. Just putting them on kind of some major choke points, at least for a little while. I know I need the cash, but not that bad. Not yet. I guess let's boost the damage of some of these, because I haven't done so yet. Honestly, having the singular ballista here to do a lot of damage isn't a bad idea. I'd consider doing the same thing here. Now this is where things get a little dicey. Just boost its damage. I probably should have boosted the Dark Tower. So this is going to hurt a smidge. But it's fine. Okay, we get another mine. So it doesn't look like the mine is affected. So I'll just put it there. We'll probably just keep getting a couple of those. Okay, and what do we want? No path sector, single path sector. I guess let's do a single path. We need the mana. Why would you do that? Yeah, this game definitely needs some rotation. It's ultimately going to be fine. I'll definitely make it work, but it's a slightly obnoxious thing that I can't rotate my path tiles or like determine where they're going to go. I think if it's specifically previewed, when you whenever the card is drawn for a round, it would pick a path shape and then specifically like preview what it's going to look like. I think that'd almost be the easiest possible way of doing it. So how much damage does this do? 5.3, so not like a huge amount. We have another fatigue. Let's see. On cast trash, yeah. But I can do this. I wanted to do Dark Arts Learning, but alas. I guess I'm gonna do a double path sector here. Okay. New discovery, extra damage, flamethrower, throws continuous fire, does damage to enemies, enemies receive burn, burn applies 1% max HP as damage per second for 5 seconds, burn it, mage tower, or king's bounty. I don't think I need the flamethrower that much. Why don't we get the barracks? Because I can potentially put that like right here on these guys. Speaking of, let's actually boost that one finally. I should probably build some more towers rather than necessarily buying more. Because I'd like to get these mines to be as strong as possible. Seeing if I could get some other long-range towers would also be kind of nice. But we'll see. I might also want to consider picking up that health potion if I can. In retrospect, though, maybe the flamethrower isn't such a bad idea. Okay, let's finally play Dark Arts Learning. I've been putting that off for a little too... like, way too long. Let's do a single path. Right here. Oh. Ice Pillar is actually huge. Lion's Pride, I do not want. I do not want anything that trashes anything. Ice Pillar is great, though. So it's 20% slow. And... ooh. Flamethrower. Another barracks. Gardens. So barracks is more damage. For a second I thought that was bonus range, and I'm like, that's kind of good. I could get a bunch of barrackses, too. Because a small potion would let me get my HP back. A gardens would let me do the same. So why don't we actually start working on the gardens? Are you kidding me? built this long path and it's just like, no, you've hit a termination point. Rude. I mean, I think it's fine. It's not quite as merciless as Rogue Tower was at the time, or I guess ever. Boost this thing's damage. It's actually really good. The enemies are getting tougher, but I kind of expected that I'm going to start losing. There's some cards to unlock, and I haven't exactly been playing the best. I should check the range on this thing. I might be able to do some fun stuff with it. Okay, well, for starters, let's get a double path sector over here. Gain that extra mana. Fortunately, that doesn't apply in this round. So, barracks or gardens? I'm gonna get a garden. We're just gonna put it there. Gold bag might have actually been pretty good too, but eh. Okay, let's just keep boosting my cannons. They fire pretty quickly and do a decent chunk of damage. This thing actually does a lot of damage. Its location is kind of butts though. If I'd specifically put one of these right here and then kind of wrapped around it, I think it would have been better, but alas, I was so afraid of terminating points. And I still am to some degree. Like, I could actually see a bad set of spawns locking you in, so all of the portals like get stuck almost immediately, and then you're just kind of screwed. Oh boy. So we've got to get rid of that. I have no choice. I'm going to die otherwise. Oh, and there's the ice pillar. That would have been nice. Let's see. Do I want some more mana? Yeah, kinda. See if this screws me over. It does not. Hooray! Let's see. I guess I could specifically keep Lion's Pride around just to try and get rid of those trashable items or cards. Could. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the small potion for now. We just need it. I'm gonna gain some HP, but we need a card to draw, or to toss anyway. Where's the mini boss coming from? I'm gonna assume kind of towards the end there. I'm just gonna put those traps down. No, that's a cannon in the back. Oh. Is this the mid-boss here? Nope. It was just a regular enemy. And unfortunately, my defenses are kind of bad. And so is my damage. I've gotten rid of a lot of upgrades. And I think I might be too reliant on these cannon towers. I love their range, but their potential DPS is actually fine. I don't think I'm going to survive this one. I think these guys are going to kill me. I don't know how much HP they have, but I wasn't really expecting to win on my first recorded win. Especially with these, like, kind of goofed up paths. Yeah, I'm dead. Well, it's fine. I think I unlocked some new stuff. Okay, round 8 to unlock town. Alright. Do we unlock any other things, like a starting faction? No. Coming in early access. Alright, let's try the Banner of the Phoenix. So, what do we want to do this time around? I mean, realistically, we want to do a single path. I'm kind of toasted otherwise. Max mana was increased. And not really a whole lot of point in getting anything else. Let's just put that there. Start. I'm so glad we can get speed of 5. So why don't we skip the, why don't we potentially skip the cannons this time around? Okay. And then I guess I have no choice but to put a double path here. Good. It's going the correct direction. And let's get rid of the... Do we get rid of the great attack buff? I'm gonna get rid of the triple path sector. I never use it. It just doesn't... It doesn't jive with my build. I could see the 50% extra damage being really good once things start getting kind of tough. Like on mid-bosses and whatnot. So I might try and put a no path here. Just for that extra... Do I bother? Maybe not. Let's just go here. Because I might be able to do some other things. Do we want the ice pillar? Because Mana Siphon is actually kind of tempting, and the gardens are kind of nice. But I think I need the ice pillar. I get 2. Radiance was actually really good. So you do have enough mana? Yeah. Let's do Radiance and Gold Bag. Because I can put this Radiance here. We'll probably put the Ice Pillar somewhere in this vicinity as well. Yeah, what is its fire rate? 15 seconds. Oof. Oh. Oh, I see. It was the fire rate percentage. I was like, hold up. I'm misreading this. I know I am. Oh, gold bag scales based on how far I've gone in a run. Okay. Well, why don't we get a no path sector? Could put one right here, actually. Here is good. Here is equally good. Here might actually be better, because if this goes straight, we'll be in a good spot. And let's grab a mine. Okay, do we have anything else? No, but we have the extra damage. I should definitely go for some more mana when I get the chance. Dang. Radiance is pretty good. I don't have the mana. Single path sector. I'm gonna do a double here, and it didn't fully screw me. It definitely didn't do exactly what I wanted it to, but it's not as heinous as I want. We'll still put the ice pillar on this one, because this entire region needs to be slowed. Okay. And then maybe I'll try and put a pillar on the corner. Let's see. Do I save my money? Yeah. Let's save my money. I think I'll be okay. Okay, the golems don't have that much HP. There we go. So here's the question. Where do I want to put this mine? Because I think I want to put it here, but I could put it here. A lot of my defense has been focused, especially in this area. But I think every enemy is going to be kind of going by... They're going to be going by both directions. No, you know what? I'm going to put this one here because it's guaranteed to get me money. Which is something we are going to desperately need. So what's our next one? The Dark Tower is not terrible. I could go for Dark Arts Learning. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that, even if it's not useful at the moment. Okay, there's our ice pillar. Is it a... No, it's a building, not a tower. So I'm going to put it here, because that makes everything in this sector slower. I'm just going to keep doing double paths here, because I think that gets me more. It feels like money is going to be my biggest issue, so I'm probably going to just keep getting mines. Okay, and I can't do anything else here. is your range? Because I could get a ballista tower here. I think I still want to save most of my money for that radiance tower, even though it doesn't fire very often. It does kind of wipe out everything in my immediate vicinity. Okay, do we want another no path? Kind of, yeah. I'm just gonna get a bunch of no paths here. We might just turn this into our personal shooting gallery. I should probably maybe also get a no path right here. In retrospect, because that's a really good spot for it. Let's just get this radiance so it does like a ton of damage. I do wish that there were less buff cards that just did temporary effects. I don't necessarily dislike temporary effects, but they're kind of uninteresting. I like the permanent ones, even if they're more expensive. Okay, let's go for that. Double Path Sector, Heart of the Phoenix. I mean, I might as well do Heart of the Phoenix even if it changes nothing. Let's see. Do we go for a double path up here? Yeah. So, Mage, Cannon, Mana Siphon. Heavy damage to a single target and splashes Hex effect. I might actually want to go for the Mage Tower. Town. Max HP. Tempting. But we actually want to grab Winter is Coming. Even if I can't play it at the moment. I gotta stop playing all my mana cards before I actually do anything. If only because the I could have actually played that Mana Tower instead of playing whatever other card I played. Unless I needed that one. I have no idea. Well, we got 6 and we don't have anything else. So let's get rid of Dark Arts Learning and play a gold bag. Oh, this is a boss wave. I'm a fool. I should have played the buff. Oh, well, it's fine. No path sector. Put it here. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything about it, but it's fine. Power up. Oh. Inflation 2, trashed. All towers damage plus 25% lasts forever. Alright, we're gonna snag that. I don't quite know how inflation works yet, but that's a weird phrase. I'll just get a second one of these. But then mostly focus on my ballista damage. Unfortunately, he's going to get through and harm me. I'm not very good at killing the bosses yet. I'm great at the trash, but single target is bad. So that's something I need to work on. Which is why I specifically want the mage towers. Okay. Single path sector. Yeah, let's just put it here. Perfect. So my mana is now up. Can't play the great attack buff. It's fine. I should not have put the radiance down. I think what I really need to do is mages? I wonder if the mage debuff is stackable. Because it seems like my radiances do a fantastic job at just yeeting every basic mob. Let's see, so what do we want to do next? I get more no paths. Well, let's get another double path. Put it here, see what we get. A barracks isn't a bad idea. Could go for Dark Arts Learning again. Ooh. No, winter is coming. Another ice pillar would be nice. But I think this is more valuable. Okay, your goal is to shoot the strongest. Generally, that should be all of these. Have this one aim for the weakest, though. I mean, it does a lot of damage. It doesn't fire very fast. It is kind of downer. We'll have to see how it handles mid-bosses. Okay, winter is coming. Yup. And a single path sector that goes somewhere. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep pushing my maximum mana a bit. We'll need some more cards. Really? Thanks. Real helpful. Yeah, let's just get a couple of these mana towers here. And make them just, hopefully, really harm the big chunkers when they come through. Because they're always going to be coming from this direction. Okay, well, first and foremost, barracks. Grab all of those. I guess we get another no path sector. Let's put it here. I thought I got power up. I guess I hadn't. Do we actually want to grab the... No. This is tough. Do we want another ice pillar? Or do we want more mines? I'm gonna go for more mines. Another ice pillar would be nice. Hopefully there's structures eventually that give you extra card draw and whatnot. Like, I'd actually love it if this game borrowed a little bit more heavily from Ratropolis. That game had some really good ideas. Uh-oh. I think we're gonna lose here. Well, we're not. Okay, so we need the health potion. Those suckers didn't want to die. I've got just enough mana for another mine. Just put it there. Great attack buff. I guess I'll do a single path. And why would you do that? Small potion. Flamethrower would be nice. But I think we're actually just about to die. This is a mini boss wave. And I'm not super confident in my ability to handle a mini boss. Especially because I'm noticing this group is actually pretty tough. I guess part of it is we're not shooting at them for very long. Yeah, so I think we might want to try the flamethrowers for next time. Money seems to be my biggest issue, followed by enemies having a lot of health. I'm almost feeling like the mines are not really a mistake. Also, I'm not seeing those power-up cards go by, which I'm quite curious about. Well, at least we got the next upgrade. I wish you could unlock multiple, but it looks like you have to do multiple rounds. So why don't we do... I haven't really noticed too much of a difference between either of those. Single path sector, do that, and we're just immediately going to get rid of... Ooh, do we actually want to get rid of that one? Once again, great attack buff is actually kind of decent, but it's too expensive. There's other things I'd like to grab. Oh, you know, it would help if I actually put down some ballistas. Oh, let's go up to 5. Alright, looks like we got a double path here. It's not really what I was looking for, but it's fine. I know Dark Heart's Learning is useless to me. Flamethrower, though, is pretty good. I'll just put it here. Your goal is strongest. Unfortunately, it only levels up its damage, which is, like, not helpful. Or maybe it is. That thing fires really fast. Okay. Yeah, so those flamethrowers are actually really good. Pop gold bag. Do a no sector. Go for the curse. Or... I'm gonna get this here. We're gonna want a good spot to potentially get the cannons down. Yeah, the gold drop plus 15% isn't particularly amazing. It's cheap, but that's about its upper limit. Cannons are not terrible for hitting bosses, but I think I might want to just lean really hard into the fire. Okay, I guess I might as well do a lion's roar. Yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. I think my biggest problem mostly boils down to that whole system where tiles can randomly terminate in places that I don't want them to. That quickly becomes a problem. Town, Radiance, Dark. Let's actually grab Dark Arts. And get some other things. Let's play Dark. I'd like to do the Dark Arts learning, but at least now we can actually put some Dark Towers down. They're kind of pricey, but it's fine. I figured the combination between a Dark Arts Tower gonna just get through. No, it did not. Lucky me. I'm impressed and slightly baffled. Good. No path sector here. Okay, Ice Pillar. It's probably gonna be my best. Even if kind of expensive. Let's see. I don't like Good Deal, but I guess I'm gonna go for it. Problem is I need to start using those Dark Arts learnings. They're starting to clog my hand a bit. Too much. Dang. That's really good. Okay, enemies are faster. Unfortunately, yeah, we just gotta get rid of that. And I'm gonna go for a single path sector here, and dang. That sucks. A lot. Grab the mine. I mean, to some degree, what that means is I should center a lot of defenses around this specific area. We should have this guy always aiming for last. In retrospect. Maybe. I'm just gonna get rid of a Dark Arts learning. And it looks like I have no choice but to do a single path here. Well, that's gonna be interesting. I guess I'm gonna get a mine and an ice pillar. Because if I could get an ice pillar on that one, that wouldn't be the worst idea. My only problem is I don't have enough mana for it. Yeah, and I'm wondering here if I should get a second flamethrower. Probably should. Okay. What I need is some more mana. We have another no-path sector. Yeah, we'll just put it here. Let's see. Max mana up by another. Get both of those. I have some money. It's not great. What I think I might want to do is get a dark trap, like right here. And we'll get another flamethrower. What's his damage? I guess his damage is probably really good. The tick rate is solid. Oh, I see. If it's orange, I can't upgrade it again. Yeah, because the combination of a dark trap and just a regular tower seems to just carry. Okay, so I could put this here, get a little bit of money, get a little bit more here. I think I'm going to put it here because I'm going to be investing in this side more. Wish I'd put these towers over, and I wish I could move them over. But, alas, is not to be. You want to just get a ballista tower here? Sure. Maybe I shouldn't have. I know the developer is going to be probably watching this video. I wish you could actually sell a tower as soon as you put it down. Like on the round you put it down. Don't screw me over. Well. You know how I said earlier that I could potentially have a bad spawn that makes it so I can never, ever put down another path tile? We've hit that point. We are actually incapable now of further expanding our paths. We only have these two. Which is honestly not as bad as it could have been. But it's still going to be pretty rough. Because now I can concentrate all of my defenses in one very specific location. And I can ignore pretty much everything else. I wish I knew how much HP he had left. I don't think I'm going to kill him. This is the closest I think I've ever come. But alas, no dice. Okay, so we need to start trashing some cards. We almost don't need anything else until I've done it. Because yeah, I can't put down any other path sectors. So let's get rid of that. Because we want to get rid of our triple path sector. It's meaningless to me. Let's get our ice pillar down. Right here. That probably would have been really helpful. But alas. I'll have to try and get my money back. As mid-bosses are tough. I think maybe if I gotten a couple more flamethrower upgrades rather than buying the second ballista, I think that would have done the trick. But these are things that you kind of pick up and learn as you play these games. Yeah, I might as well buff up this flamethrower to be as strong as I possibly can. Okay. And I think I'm just gonna get another mine. Because I'd like that ice pillar, but we need the money. Okay, we've got another no path sector. Put it here. Get rid of the single path sector. At this point, we're just going to have a very dense map. Honestly, we might want to look into cannons at some point. Just because after a certain point, point we're gonna run out of space to put things. But that'll be later. There's damage. Whoa, wait, really? Oh, that's a level 2. That's a level 2 Dark Trap, and it's actually done more damage. Let's take a look at these two. 890. Yeah, no, those Dark Traps are actually really good. Do not discount. Okay, we gotta get rid of Drought, and I'll grab Gold Bag. We need that Dark Arts learning. Apparently Dark Arts is, bafflingly good. Oh, that's the Ballista. Because, yeah, I was assuming it was the Flamethrowers that were doing a lot of the work there, but I was quite wrong. I'm also curious if I have multiple Dark Traps kind of in the same area, would I actually... Would I actually be able to perma-stunlock something just by hitting them with a trap as soon as they're off cooldown? It's a question. Let's go good deal, Gold Bag. Let's see. Now let's get rid of that double path sector. So now that I've done that, we're not in a good spot, but at least there's no more ambiguity. Let's just keep this sucker at maximum and go for as much Dark Arts as I possibly can. I'll get a couple more ballistas up and down this range. Just for the extra dosh. They'll pay for themselves, especially as we stack more mines in that area. Tough boyos. Let's see, no path sector, ice pillar, or dark arts learning. I'm gonna go for the dark arts learning for the time being. Let's see, and I actually just have enough money for that. Alright, so now what do we want to do? Actually, we want to start getting cards. Get some of these. The Lion's Pride, King's Bounty. I'm gonna skip these. We already pretty much have all of those. Town's tempting. Big health potion actually is incredibly tempting. We also are probably going to want to boost my maximum mana. Probably alternate between gaining mana and drawing cards. Okay, we're at the siege engine section of this. Is that the siege engine? It probably is. Yeah, my single target is still pretty bad. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm gonna get past this wave. I think the scalability and certain the scalability in certain mid-bosses is just maybe a little too high. I didn't lose. I'm frankly shocked. Let's put that there. Let's see, no path sector. So I think we want mana at this point. And yeah, it actually seems like getting a bunch of dark towers, not even upgrading them, just kind of dark towers in this section, as expensive as they are, might make sense. Because it seems like I might be able to perpetually stunlock something in that general vicinity. Which is kind of what I want to do. Just very expensive. Alternatively, we're just not going to be able to clear these things because they have too much HP. It does seem like that might be the case. I was right about the permanent stun lock, though. I think just I need a flame tower right in this immediate vicinity. For a little bit of extra oomph. Let's see, gold bag and big potion. Because we need the money. And then that's that. Oh, and I didn't actually draw any tile cards, so we can just start the wave. That sucks a bit. So I need to have a deck of exactly 5, otherwise we're gonna have this problem. Perpetually. I think I'm gonna get 1 flame tower right here. That'll get us a little bit more money, and this way we can hit them with that damage over time burn effect. How many waves are there? We're on round 17. I guess it's time to find out if I get to win or not. I don't think I want to do too much with this section. I'll just leave it. But I think what I'm going to want to do is just hyper pack a bunch of stuff in this area. Fire turrets and dark towers. The only problem is a bunch of these enemies are going to outscale my potential damage. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do much about that. Like, cripes, these things can barely even move. We're on fire for a while. There we go. Yeah, I'll probably get rid of Lion's Roar. Because I only have a handful of cards. And Ballista's gaining extra range is not really that important. Oh. God of the Depths Offering. Powerful boon. If I reject, I don't receive anything, but I lose 1 HP. Let's go for the Mad King Sacrifice. Like... Oh, that's interesting. So this sucker showed up because I had potentially ringed in a whole area? Is that it? Unfortunately, this game's kind of hard enough, so I'm not entirely sure if I'm keen on that. Yeah, I don't really see another way of doing this, unfortunately. I think I'm just not supposed to win at this point, but considering how expensive it is to scale in this game, having the enemies scale this aggressively is a problem. And, like, obviously I'm winning, but I'm not really sure if I'm winning or if I'm just kind of pulling it off just because. Let's pop the big potion, gold bag, and no path sector. Let's see, do we have another trash spot? No, but we have some more mana. I'll take that. My kind of thoughts on that one for the more mana is eventually I'd like to get some more expensive cards. I don't know if there's anything that buffs the flamethrower's burn. And then also going for extra max dark targets would be pretty good too. But we might want to just get another dark tower here. We also probably should start upgrading them a little. But yeah, I picked the flamethrowers with the expectation that their burn effect would be like stacking, and the more you're burning like a specifically tough enemy, the more it would just shred them into oblivion, but I don't actually think that's how this works. Sucks. Yeah, some of them are gonna get through. Oh, that's why we get the big got the big health potion. Okay, and this is a boss wave. I guess I should get attack buff then. And we get a no path sector. I guess I'll put it here. I'm not keen on it, but I can do something useful with it. Another ice pillar isn't that important, so let's go for the winter is coming. And unfortunately, burning castles could be worse. I'm probably going to spread around basic upgrades onto my dark towers. Maybe. Because yeah, these boyos actually do a lot of damage. I think we're about to lose though, because this whole group is potentially going to get through. We certainly haven't done enough damage to that, and that's the boss about to reach me. It's fine. I did my best. I think the answer that I would give for this game is get rid of all of the temporary damage buff cards. They feel bad, just because, like, why would you pick them over something that is a permanent upgrade? I would actually say make every single one of those a permanent, but like a really low number. So like every time you draw the ballistic card, it's a 1% damage and range bonus to ballistas. So instead of getting rid of it, because those buffs are kind of meaningless, like 15% really does feel like a rounding error unless you have really strong ballistas already. Then it would actually be worthwhile. Oh good, it actually tells me what else there is. Library. Probably extra draw is my assumption? I have no idea. Let's see. Elevate sector 1, 2, and 3. Oh, so that increases the height of stuff. Gold chest is just a better version of gold bag, which makes sense and is pretty good. It's the enemy gold drop plus even more, probably. Barracks effects, damage effect plus 10% lasts forever. So that one's pretty good. Ooh. And that one doesn't seem to trash itself. I didn't see power up go by that often. Or ever. Like, even though I picked it twice on the previous run, it still didn't show up. And so, like, for some of these, I think having them trash makes a lot of sense just because that's really strong. But, like, attack buff, if it was just, like, a 3% damage buff every time you play the card, you'd want to keep attack buff around, and you'd actually want to play it as much as you possibly could. And there'd be a lot more of that feeling of, like, not risk reward, but figuring out, like, what do I really want to invest my money into? Because those different choices, I think, would feel a little bit more impactful. Some of them are pretty good, though. Yeah, armory increases fire rate. Ooh. I think maybe I also just need to unlock and go a little further. Stuff like the barracks especially seem to be pretty strong. Then Phoenix has a beacon, which might be fire rate for one type of tower and then damage for others. Hard to tell. Yeah, flamethrower damage is wider, but lasts for 2 turns. See, once again, I would say for this, kind of considering the cost and everything, if that was just like a 5% increase every time you use the card, instead of being like, yeah, I don't really need that, or, you know, oh, it's a boss wave. Oh, you know, none of my really good boost cards have come by. You know, make the boost cards actually maybe the same, or I don't know. I think there's ways to do it, but I would much rather see more cards focused on targeted and permanent buffs to make it feel more interesting, at least from my perspective. I would also say make it so that the unlocks aren't on a one per run basis, but just based on how far you go, or an EXP system like in Slay the Spire, just because the drip feed on this feels kind of bad for me, just because it's like, yeah, but I've already reached round 11 a bunch of times, and it feels kind of silly that I have to get to round 11 this time around to get the gold chest. But I don't know. Anyway, charming game, and for a very early demo, has a lot of promise to it. I'm gonna keep my eye on this one, because I think if the I guess the other issue that I have with it is the tile pathing. The fact that I cannot control where my tiles are aiming is kind of rough. I mean, you saw in the last run, I actually just permanently got stuck because it just terminated and I couldn't do anything about it. If I could actually control where they're going, I think that would be more fun. That was one thing I really liked about Rogue Tower. It didn't always give you what you wanted, but in a lot of cases, you still could use it to your kind of advantage. So you could have like one early spot, then one later spot, and then one really long path that does like a big spiral around your entire defense, and you can shoot enemies with that. And it just turns into this massive shooting gallery against that one specific group. And then you can put all of your spawn areas really densely towards the end-ish, like kind of spaced out a little bit. That way, effectively, the vast majority of enemies have to go down the longest path. I think that would feel pretty good. For now, though, I'm impressed, and I want to see more. But for now, at least, oh, cool. There's even a roadmap for this. I definitely feel like, ooh, co-op multiplayer. Oh, likeliness, medium. That's an interesting question. I'm curious about that. Oh well, anyway. All of that said, TileDeck Tower Defense, TD. The demo is available on Steam if you guys want to try this yourselves. And I will leave a link in the description below if you want to do so. But with that, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new indie games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But I guess with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.